Okay, call to order the Woodstock Zoning Board of Appeals special meeting, February 3rd, 2025 at 1 p.m. I would like to just clarify that we're having this special meeting because we were unable to achieve a quorum for our last two meetings that we had to cancel, and we have some outstanding decisions. Just wait a moment. Okay. So we're going to do a roll call just to determine that we have a quorum today. I'm Jude Salato.
Martin Mills.
Stephen Taub.
Okay. Do we have any changes or additions to the meeting agenda?
Not for me, no.
Okay.
Nope.
We have minutes to approve for the meeting of 12/12/2024. Does anybody have any additions or changes to the minutes?
Not for me.
Okay.
Nope.
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, so we have three outstanding decisions. So let's start with the first one. Okay, I move that we open zoning board of appeals case 2418, Anna Maria Ferferi. Okay, there is a resolution. Second to open it. Please.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I will read the resolution. Based on the standards for consideration of area variances set forth in section 260-103B of the zoning law of the town of Woodstock, and area variance from the zoning law of the town of Woodstock. That sounds like a repeat. Article 5, supplementary regulations, section 260-32A, fences, walls, and gates to install a 6-foot-high fence in a front yard where only a 4-foot-high fence is allowed, and section 260-32D, D, to install a 2,000-foot-long 6-foot-high fence to enclose the primary residence. Said variance is hereby denied, subject to all the requirements of the zoning law of the town of Woodstock, state of New York, the New York State real property law, and all other applicable laws, codes, and regulations. Discussion. So Gordon wrote this one. It's pretty consistent for us to not allow fences in front yards. This was an enclosure for a dog, and they could, I think as the decision says, they would be able to do that in their side and rear yard. The other thing is we have not allowed entire properties to be enclosed by a 6-foot fence. So that's pretty much what that is. Did you guys have a chance to look at it? Do you have any comments about it?
I reviewed and the decision, and I agree with it.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I just took a look at it. What were I saw in the in number 1, there were 2 broad ranging variances. So the first one would obviously be 6 feet in the front yard. What was the second one?
The second one was surrounding the entire
Oh, the full
property.
enclosure.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think we usually even entertain 6 feet unless there's something completely unusual or different.
Right.
And this doesn't seem to have that.
Right. We're looking for something that would be unusual. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's vote. Okay. Judith Salato, aye. Michael Castiglione is absent. Oh dear. Okay. Joseph Bellick is absent. Stephen Taub.
Aye.
Martin Mills.
Aye.
Okay, the resolution was adopted by a vote of 3 in favor, none opposed, 3 absent, and none abstaining. Okay, so I would like to close case 2418.
Second.
Thank you. All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye, aye, aye.
Yay, we got through one.
We did
Woo!
it.
My first one. Okay. All right, here we go. The other thing I would just like to do is I would like to, on behalf of the board, apologize to the applicants that have been waiting for decisions because we have been unable to meet a quorum. And it's not normally how we operate, but these are unusual times for us. So our apologies. Okay.
Bear with us.
Yes, please bear with us. Okay. Move to open ZBA case 24-21, Joe Armstrong. Second, please.
Second.
Aye.
Okay, well, not yet. Okay, here's the resolution. Based upon the standards for consideration of area variances and conditional upon compliance with the stated representations, area variances from the zoning law of the town of Woodstock, Article 4, area and bulk regulations, modification of required yards, Section 260-26B1B for a 10-foot infringement into a modified minimum required 15-foot side yard setback in order to install a prefabricated 10-foot by 12-foot storage shed is hereby granted, subject to all the requirements of the zoning law of the town of Woodstock and the New York State real property law and all other applicable laws, codes, and regulations. Discussion. I went out and looked at this. This was somebody else's case, but they were unable to complete it. This is basically a shed, a replacement shed. There was a dilapidated shed which they removed, and they would like to replace it with a slightly larger shed, pretty much in the same location. My experience is that normally sheds that kind of we let go closer to the perimeter of the property is pretty typical. We don't expect people to want to put sheds in the middle of their yards. The contiguous neighbor also has some sheds along their property line. I don't think it's going to be a visual intrusion for them at all. So anyone else have anything on this one?
I've reviewed the decision and I agree with how it was written.
Okay,
Yeah, same here.
okay, good. So the vote is as follows. Judith Salato, aye. Michael Castiglione, absent. Joseph Bellick, absent. Martin Mills,
Aye.
Stephen Taub.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted by a vote of 3 in favor, 0 opposed, 3 absent, 0 abstaining. And I would like to close CBA case 2421.
Second.
Thank you. All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Okay, last case. We're breezing through. Okay, I'd like to open ZBA case 24-22, Tom Bullard. Second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. The resolution is as follows. Based upon the standards of considerations of area variances and conditional upon compliance with the stated representations, area variances from the zoning law of the town of Woodstock, Article 4, area and bulk regulations, section 260, attachment 2, HRG, for a 15-foot infringement into a 25-foot rear yard setback, and section 260-94, non-conforming uses, section 260-94A1, in order to construct an addition to a pre-existing non-conforming single-family dwelling is hereby granted, subject to all the requirements of the zoning law of the town of Woodstock, the New York State real property law, and all other applicable laws, codes, and regulations. Discussion. Okay, so I don't know if either one of you were present when Jess Walker, who was the applicant's representative, came. But basically, this is a very small house on Sergeant Quinn Drive that has all these sort of appendages and things jutting out. And basically what they're doing is just squaring off the rear of the property. The other parts of the house that stick out in the rear yard have the same setback. So the setback will not be increased. It's the same, but they're just squaring it off and it's an addition. So it seems like there's not going to be a huge impact of that by that. So
Yeah, I remember the presentation
were here. Okay,
and
good.
I do agree with the decision as written.
okay, good.
Yeah, I was here too.
Sorry.
It's one of the
I can't
few
remember.
times that we were. I
It
know.
was
It seemed like a long time
It
ago. Yeah.
does.
It was a long time ago.
But yeah, the request makes sense. It doesn't
Right.
increase anything then that's already there. So I agree with it as well.
Okay, great. Okay. All right. The vote. Judith Salato, aye. Michael Castiglione, absent. Joseph Bellick, absent. Martin Mills,
Aye.
Stephen Taub.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted by a vote of 3 in favor, 0 opposed, 3 absent, and 0 abstaining. Okay, I'd like to close ZBA case 2422, second, please.
Second,
All in
Aye.
favor? Aye.
aye.
Okay, I don't have anything else on the agenda, so I think we could move to adjourn. Oh, yes, there's one thing. We have no upcoming cases, so I'd like to cancel our next meeting, which is
Is it the 13th?
the 13th. So we won't be holding a meeting on February
I'll
13th.
second that.
We don't have to worry about a quorum. Okay, so we're good on that.
Before we close, I would like to welcome our new chairperson.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, we are, and hopefully we're going to have a much quieter year. Right. Okay, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.